Hello, welcome. How are we doing today? How are we doing? Let me know if you can hear me. See here. Let's see here. Hello, Lizzie B. How are you? How are you doing? Let's see here. Show. Oh, wait a minute. That's not the right one. Let me go here. I apologize for um trying to get to where I'm going here. I'm trying to see where. Okay, there we are. Oh my goodness. Sometimes I can't find things, and that's because I don't do this every day like I do my videos. So welcome everyone. Thank you so much for being here. And so glad you're here. We have a full show today. We have a full show. There's lots to go over. So I wanted to get started right on time. Um, so much going on. But before we get started, so as soon as you come into this video, please hit the like button. Hit the like button. I think I'm going strong. I've been keeping up with these lives. I only missed one where it was I just couldn't get it in that day. But if you could just hit the like button during this live, it would be greatly appreciated. Thank you. Thank you. And of course, Otis is always here. Here he is. Say hi, Otis. Look right here. Look here, Otis. Look, look. You want to say hi? Look right there, Otis. Look right here. Yeah, right here. You see? Yeah, you want to say hi to people? Yeah, yeah. He basically Otis is always like in his little mood where he stares. He likes to stare at me, just like be in my face, like what you doing? What you doing? This dog is so funny, y'all. He has me cracking up. I'm telling you, he is always doing something that is so funny. So thank you so much for being here today. Remember to hit the like button and to follow me on Facebook. Some of you are on Facebook, I think maybe even more than YouTube. I post all of my videos on my Facebook. So be sure to follow me on Facebook as well and hit the like button. And if you want to be a part of my Patreon, remember I do Patreon. I have so many videos on my Patreon behind the scenes with me and my children. My husband is in some of them. He's off camera, but he is there in some of them. So there's a couple of different tiers if you want to, maybe look at it, check it out for a month, or if you get chosen for a free membership, great, because we know Lizzie B, the wonderful Lizzie B, has donated a lot of memberships. So I hope that you have had a chance maybe to get one. And yeah, let me know your thoughts when you watch the videos. And also, I have a German channel as well. I don't post as often on that channel, but I do speak ein bisschen Deutsch, a little German. So if you want to watch me just doing little small quirky stories, my videos there like about 3, 4, 5 minutes. If you want to watch me on my German channel, speaking German, as I continue to try to improve on my German skills, because I used to live in Germany. I lived there for 4 years and my German is just going out the window because I don't use it. So I'm trying to have a reason to use it because I don't want to lose it. Right? You know what they say, if you don't use it, you lose it. So I am definitely trying to do that. So you can follow me there as well. And yes, so that's what we're doing today. So please hit the like button as you come in today. And I do have a little news. If you're one of my members, you already know what I'm going to say, because my members, they get updated on things because, they are my members. So if you are a member, you already know, but I'll talk about a little bit of news at the end of this live today. And yeah, and then also I got my hair did. I got it cut too. Got it cut a little shorter. So, this is like the black girl style, two-strand twist is what they call it. And it's a natural way to wear your hair. And just a little side note, when I had my son in 98, I stopped putting those chemicals in my hair, those relaxers that would straighten your hair, because I was pregnant with my son at the time. And I had stopped using chemicals at that time. Well, it has since become a big trend in the black hair world, where women are just not putting relaxers in their hair anymore. I think even some Caucasian women that have really curly hair would use it too, relaxers to straighten your hair. Well, a lot of women have gotten cancer from these straighteners, and they just weren't good, and so it's caught on like years after I stopped using relaxers, where women just are not putting these relaxers in their hair anymore, and it just is so much more healthier. So this is like one of those new natural hairstyles. um yeah. hmm so it's a little shorter, but that's okay because it's healthier. All right. So thank you all so much for being here today. I really, really appreciate your support and you for coming here. And let's have a conversation. Let's talk a little bit. There's some things I want to talk about that are in the news, just to have one time during the week where I can actually engage with you all. And we can talk about some things, some current events, and maybe more than one story, because I just do usually like one or two stories during my regular videos. Okay, and you can ask some questions too. Okay, so what are we going to be talking about today in this live? Well, we're going to be talking about a couple of things. We are going to be talking about the Jeff Bezos wedding. Yes. And I wanted to give some insight on my thoughts on some of the guests that attended. There was a lot of controversy around the wedding itself from the locals, because they had it in Italy at the where they have all the water. Oh God, what's it called? In Oh my goodness, where was it? Where is it? I know I have it here. Some Jeff Bezos wedding. In Venice, yes, in Venice. And there was, we're going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to talk about Catherine as well. Catherine went out to visit the staff and volunteers at the NHS. We're going to talk about that. We're going to also talk about Meghan Markle and how livid and upset she was that she did not get invited to the Jeff Bezos wedding, because, that was some drama. And then also the Queen's thoughts on Meghan, and how she just really was very leery of Meghan, as she should have been. And you have to remember in context, if the Queen is saying it, there is a there. Okay. So we're going to talk about that as well. Okay, so that is what we're talking about today. And of course, your questions. If you have anything you want to ask, that would be fabulous. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is actually, yes, you could all hear me, right? I'm wearing very minimal makeup today. I don't know if you can tell, but it is so hot here in Ohio. Oh my goodness. The weather is insane. So like when I lived in Florida, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just couldn't do it. It was too hot. It was always hot. You wake up, it's hot. You go to bed, it's hot. I mean, it's just too much sunshine. And today feels like one of those Florida days that I couldn't handle. I mean, Florida was nice in terms of all the things that they have to do there, but the weather, it broke me, man. It broke me. And this is the kind of person I am. I love being at home on a rainy day. I love overcast skies. I love like about 70, high 70s type temperature. Like that is my element. So I think if I ever leave Ohio, which I'm pretty sure I am going to leave Ohio at some point. I do know that I might end up moving to across the pond. That is a goal. I have one more year with my daughter being still under my roof, because I know when she turns 18, that girl's going to get to going and gone. Okay. Because she is just like, she's a girl and she's so independent. So I'll be like, okay, see you later, girlfriend. I'm leaving too. So not sure where I will go, but I'm thinking about somewhere across the pond. Maybe back to Europe. Maybe. Not sure. Or maybe somewhere in America. Maybe Maine, Seattle, Washington. I don't know, but no hot states. Can't do it. Can't do it. All righty. So we are going to, and thanks for all your comments for about Otis. It's great that you all are so you love Otis so much. I know some of you are not dog people. That I do know because you've told me. Okay. And I never used to be a dog person either. I get it. I get it. But he's my side host, my producer, he just is there. And it's like right now he's gone. He just left. I don't know where he went. He went somewhere in the house. Okay. So he's just here. So that's how we do. And, Otis is just my little buddy now because he has attached himself to me in a very forceful kind of way. He's just like, "You gonna like me. You gonna like me. I'm gonna be your fur baby." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, really? For real? For real? Okay, let's see about that." And guess what? He won because, yeah, he is my fur baby now. So, love Otis. So, thanks so much for all of your support around Mr. Otis. Okay, so what I want to talk about is Miss Catherine. So just to give a shout out to Catherine, I think really speaking about the work that she does needs to be highlighted because we are so proud of her. We are so aligned with how she is doing things. And I just want to give a shout out to her work. So she honored to mark the planting of Catherine's rose at the RHS Wellbeing Garden in, I know I'm going to get this wrong because I know you all have told me, Colchester, a gesture rooted in hope and care. Grateful to spend time with NHS staff and volunteers attending this space and to see the rose incorporated into gardens supporting recovery and reflection across the UK. So, yeah. Oh, that video stopped. I'm sorry. Let me add it again. Yeah, here we go. Yeah. So Catherine, yeah. So we know that she had that Catherine's rose and just a really nice gesture. They had planted that in the garden there, and she met with the people and the staff, and I just couldn't do what she's doing the way she's done it. I think she's the right kind of princess that we look up to, that we definitely admire her and all of her work. I mean, she's got a very privileged life, but at the same time, I think it's great to see someone who gives of themselves and to really put others first. And then when you see her, doing the things that she does around or living the kind of life that she lives with all the privilege that she has, you don't mind it. You support it because of how much she gives back. There's a give and a take there, and I think that's why people have latched onto Catherine the way they have. Give me 1 second, I have to blow my nose. Sorry, hold on. All right. I think I might be getting sick because I am, yeah, maybe a little, becoming a little bit under the weather. I'm not sure what's going on. These little gnats here get on my nerves. They have some new plants and they come from the plants. Okay, so, that's why I just like to give it like whoop whoop, like little shout out to Catherine, and recognize her good work and her good deeds because that's to be commended. Wouldn't you say? I would say. I would have. Okay, now we're going to be getting into a couple of other things. Oh, and then also I wanted to say thank you to everyone who donated to my charity. We raised that day. I did that live with Paula, $330. Thank you so much. So we're having that for the whole month of July to support our financial literacy workshops in our current art social program where we are teaching young people art and combining that with social skills, communication skills, just giving kids a platform, and it's completely free to the children. So if you want to support something for youth who are in the community that are under resourced is the preferred word that I like to say. Please donate to the charity. And Lizzie B, I think what I'll do is I'll put the link. I don't know if you have the current link, but I'll put the link in the description here. And then if you want, you can share that, which would be awesome. So let me just grab that. Yes, here we go. And yeah, hold on one second. Nope, that's not the one I want. I want the different one. I will be sure to put that. Oh, wait a minute. I think this is it. Yep, this is it. Okay, here is the link, Lizzie B. I'll put it here in the chat for you. And then you can kind of create and hold on to this here. And I'll put it in here. Okay, there it is. Okay, perfect. Okay, so the next story that we're going to be talking about is this Jeff Bezos. Okay, so here's the thing with Jeff Bezos, everybody. They had this wedding in Venice, and let me gotta put my glasses on, y'all, because I can't. I'm blind as a bat. Blind as a bat, I tell you. Okay, let's see here. Present. Share my screen. Share screen. Here we go. So this is what I wanted to talk about. This wedding with Jeff Bezos. Now, a lot of big controversy around it. Lauren Sanchez is a woman who is living the dream that Meghan Markle, we know, wants to live. She wants that to be her dream life. But, you know, it's just not going to happen for her at this point because she married the broke prince. I mean, the man is broke. I'm sorry. He doesn't have the kind of money that Meghan would like to have. She does. I mean, you know, that's just how it is. What can I say? Give me 1 second. Okay, so here we go. Thank you, Diane Ramos, for your comment there. Okay, so looking at this story, so we see that Jeff Bezos, he tied the knot with Lauren Sanchez, and they had so many A-list celebrities there. And they're saying Meghan was livid because she was not invited to this wedding. Like, she did not get an invite. And this would have been when you think about what Meghan did during her wedding within the royal family, she invited A-list celebrities because that's what she wants in her life. She wants A-list celebrities in her life. And imagine this wedding that she did not get an invite for, where she could mingle amongst all the A-list celebrities that she invited to her wedding, to kind of schmooze with them and to try to reel in some opportunities of connectedness. And I invited you to my wedding, you know, and now she could like kind of be on a very casual level with people at someone else's wedding. It would have been the prime opportunity for her. But they're saying that she was just so upset. She was reeling, they say, over the snub and the speculation that she and Harry have fallen out of favor with the Hollywood people. Now, I mean, just think about it. Oprah was there, someone that Meghan has definitely aligned herself with. And if you are someone like Oprah, just imagine this. If you are someone like Oprah who has, I believe, used Meghan to get this interview now that she had with Meghan, you know, Meghan saw that as an opportunity to be a lifelong connection, to be something that we were going to forge this friendship moving forward, because she gave this opportunity of an interview to Oprah. Well, you know, Oprah is of the mindset, I believe, she got what she wanted, and now she's not really thinking about Meghan. Because imagine if you're at this wedding, Jeff Bezos's wedding, and Meghan is not there, or you find out Meghan will not be there. It's probably a couple of things. You're probably like, I hope you don't invite that Meghan girl. Did you invite her? Because if you did, I'm not coming. Or she could be of the mindset, well, why is it Meghan here? That's interesting. And she wasn't going to ask any questions because secretly she doesn't want Meghan there either. Like if that is someone who gave you like the opportunity of an interview and you know she would want to be there, you would vouch for her to be there. You would try to, ask, is she going to be there? Oh, that's interesting. She's not going to be here. Oh, okay. But this is what it is. It's the talk of the town in Hollywood circles around Meghan right now. And the Hollywood people, they have fallen out of favor with this woman. No joke. They really have. Um, it appears to have uh, caused Meghan to have serious issues around it. She struggled to attract high profile guests on her podcast, Confessions of a Female Founder. Why else do you think she's not bringing it back? Yeah. She's not bringing it back because she can't bring in the high, A-listers that she needs to make it look very successful. Okay. That's just the reality. And I think it tells you so much when we talk about the queen in a second, but it gives you the insight to how Meghan's behavior has come across to the people in Hollywood. Because imagine this, when she first came out with her products, what was one of the first things that she did? She mailed out her jams to all these 50 people that she wanted to align herself with. First, she invited them to the wedding. And then I'm starting a business, and she's going to mail people, and almost more than likely with the HRH, because she's putting herself in this, this higher status. I'm in America now, and I'm an HRH, and I'm sending you something. I'm bestowing this upon you. Be my friend. Warm up to me. I'm here. That was used as a soft introduction to like really getting in with these people. Okay, that was the strategy. We're not stupid. Okay, we get it. We have these skills. We can think critically. You first invite them to your A-list wedding or to your royal wedding, these A-listers, and then you're sending them out all of these jams, 1 of 50, 2 of 50, 3 of 50, like going through the list of the people. Okay. So now Hollywood people, I think there's a couple of things going on here why these A-listers like Oprah and others have not warmed to Meghan. I've talked about it in my videos, but uh Meghan, the people have seen how she has behaved towards the royal family who are well liked, especially Catherine. I mean, who is going to hate on Catherine? Who's hating on Catherine? Really? And all she is doing her work. Who's doing that? A Meghan is. And people don't like it. And so much so that Gwyneth Paltrow now is like really feeling the heat because she had the nerve to align with Meghan and can't get away from her now. People are always asking her about her friendship with Meghan. And she was just thinking that whole thing with her coming over for that social media snub, that was a one-off. That's not supposed to be a continuation of any friendship as far as she was concerned, right? So reports are suggesting that Meghan wanted to obtain this invitation in order to cement her status as part of the who's who of society. However, sadly, she didn't get any, and which reportedly annoyed her as she believes she's more famous than the Kardashians. Okay. Excuse me? Side eye, Meghan Markle, side eye. You think you are more famous than the Kardashians? You see, the ego of this woman is so big. I mean, she can't even control herself. They're saying that she was reeling after not receiving an invitation to Bezos Sanchez's wedding, as she considers herself more famous, as I said, the Kardashian. It shows just how much she and Harry have drifted from the Hollywood's core social scene. One of the most mocked in the world. And also, she's failed to rebrand herself as a philanthropist. She's failed tremendously at this. So people even like Oprah don't want nothing to do with Meghan. They're done. They're done. Okay. Uh, you know, And I say it's good. It's good. It's good. It's a sign of what is to come. Because I'm gonna tell you something. There's gonna be a lot more to how she's feeling from this snub. Okay, so Meghan and Harry's absence from the wedding has sparked speculation about their diminishing star power within Hollywood's elite circles. And I believe that their star power is already diminished. People are just not feeling them. Now, can we just talk quickly about what Oprah is wearing? Can I just kind of take a squirrel moment here and ask the question, what in the world is she wearing right now? What in the world is she wearing? I'm sorry, Oprah. I'm sorry. But showing your midriff area like that as an elderly, more like a mature woman, I think is a little bit much. Okay, it's a bit much. So yeah, Kim and Chloe were there, and also I saw what Kim was wearing. I didn't really like what she was wearing. Orlando Bloom was there. Here he is giving the peace sign. Jeff Bezos. They attracted a lot of protests from a lot of different groups of people, from locals fighting over tourism to climate change activists. Um, Now, this is the second wedding for both Lauren Sanchez and Jeff Bezos. So, yeah, second wedding. The couple have 7 children between them from previous marriages and their relationships. They got engaged in 2023. Yeah, so there was a lot of who's who, and Meghan was just not happy that she was not there. So a lot of the onlookers were there checking it all out. And and I just love the fact that Meghan was upset about it. uh yeah, it was just such a great moment of just, yes, she's upset because she didn't get invited to the wedding. Well, good, be upset, because a lot of people you didn't invite, like your family, were upset as well. So now she knows what it feels like. See, everything that Meghan has done and put out there, she's going to get in return. She's already gotten in return, and she's getting the payback that is very well deserved, because she's done these things to other people. Uh, Now, Harry's shift from royal duties to celebrity lifestyle has hit a dead end, adding that Meghan would love Lauren's life. And what it does, they were saying, and I have to agree wholeheartedly, that it rubs salt in the wound of the wedding snub. And I say, yes, girl, that's what you get. Mhm. Um, Meghan has also had to deal with a dwindling circle of friends as their celebrity acquaintances reportedly have deserted them. And this is part, I think, of why Harry is so much in a downward spiral now, because there's no light at the end of the tunnel. There's no rising of status to see it will get better. No, all you see is it's going down. And that, along with all the other things that he's dealing with, has really hit him hard. They don't have many friends left. She's dialed all the big names, but no one's picked up. And the absence of high profile guests in the lineup raises eyebrows, especially hers. I mean, she lives in California, and the best she can do is a woman who runs a dating app. And this is the other thing. The A-listers see it as well. I already heard reports about Jennifer Aniston as well snubbing Meghan. You know, all of these people watch her and they see that she doesn't have any other celebrities aligning themselves with her. So they see it and like, oh, okay, yeah, I don't want to be anywhere near that woman, because she's using you. We know that she doesn't have good intentions. So basically, yeah, that's how it's been going for Meghan, and deservedly so. But let's just look at a couple of these guests that were at the wedding that Meghan was so upset to not be at. Now, I think what Chloe is wearing here is it's okay. It's pretty bland and plain, and Chris is wearing something that is yeah, it's kind of interesting. I don't know that I wear it to a wedding, So we had people like Usher there, American football star Tom Brady was there, and of course we had these protesters. Which, yeah, you're going to find that when such as a high profile wedding as this. But this is who else was there, and I can imagine, he was hoping Megan wasn't going to show up either. Edward Enninful, he's there with the Italian model Victoria Ceretti, and he has also fallen out with Megan. We all remember when he did that photo shoot for Vogue with Megan, and they had also fallen out. So, Megan just is no longer in these circles. Even with people that she has once aligned herself with, she has fallen out with these people as well. Um, so Leonardo DiCaprio was there. Oh, look at Ivanka Trump. She looks amazing. This is quite the dress, isn't it? I think it's beautiful. Um, Here they are, thumbs up. Looks like they're extremely happy. Yeah, and so that's the wedding. I just thought, yeah, a lot of celebrities, a lot's going on, and hey, good for them. I know that that's something that Megan would definitely have wanted. So thank you, Chella McGuire. Thank you for your donation. I really appreciate that. That's a very kind of you. Thank you. Thank you. All righty. So now we're going to talk about this thing around Megan. Just really quickly, how in poor taste it was. Okay, here, let me just go back. When you look at everything that has happened with the Montecito duo, and you look at what the actual royals are doing over in the United Kingdom, and you can see that their lives are forging ahead. Well, the now and wanted to disrupt. We know that. Okay, my Otis is looking out the window. Otis, no, 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 looking out the window, because you're gonna get all hot and bothered when you see your other furry friends out there, and you're not happy. Okay, come here, come over here. Yeah, let's not look out the window. Okay, all right. Meghan is showing herself to be someone that has not aligned well with the current royals. And that in itself doesn't look good to these people, the A-listers, because they're liked. The royal family is liked. And then they see you coming out, dissing your father, dissing your family in general, and you're immediately just looked at as you're trolling people now that you've married into royalty. And so they can see that, we can all see it. So what Megan is most recent, and these are the things that I think continue to get her in trouble, just like launching, her wine on Princess Diana's birthday. I mean, who does that? Who does that? That is something that has not gone down well, right? So uh this is what I'm referencing, this story right here. Okay, let me stop that one and just show the story about her and this. And I want to get your opinion about that, because we think about the fact that Megan has launched this wine on Princess Diana's birthday. Okay, when she was allegedly killed by a drunken driver, right? That's what they say. I don't know. There's just a lot out there about the death of Diana, but if you know this and you're launching an alcoholic beverage drink on the on her birthday, I think you're trolling the mother of your husband. You are definitely doing something that does not look good. And this is the thing with Megan. She does things in poor taste. She doesn't have any class. She can't think logically to not do something like that. And people see that. The A-listers see that. And they don't want nothing to do with somebody who keeps missing the mark all the time. I mean, it just is astounding to me that this woman just does not get it. She doesn't get it. They were saying expert brand Meghan Markle tone deaf for launching the As Ever wine on a big day. Um, and so these are the stories that come out about her. And the A-listers are seeing this, and they're just being, I think confirming their suspicions about the kind of person Meghan is, just by the fact that she does things that are so egregious and she continues to do it. And then to Harry, that Harry whose mother Meghan is, I think, disrespecting. Like, what does he do? Does he have the kahunas to say anything? More than likely not. No, he doesn't. So that was a big miss. But this is the story that I think is so interesting. And that's what the Queen's thoughts were on Meghan Markle, the Queen, the late Queen. Some things have come out about the late Queen and her thoughts of Meghan Markle. And this is where you have to really say the Queen, she knew what we all knew. She couldn't say anything. She couldn't really bring it out into the open, but she had her suspicions. Okay. So here is the story that I want to share with you all about that. This is the story. 1 second. Yes. Okay. So here is the story. So the late Queen's cousin once spilled some interesting tea about her famous grandson and his TV actor wife in this run up to their wedding in 2018, says this royal biographer. Uh, and I think when something like this comes out, I don't think it's by mistake. I think it was intentional that information about the thoughts of the late Queen. I mean, I can't imagine this coming out without the Queen disapproving of it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but I can't imagine that people would betray the late Queen. But I think she wanted what her opinion was at the time to be known. I just believe that. So um, that's just what I believe. But I could be wrong. So this story that has come out about Meghan is that the late Queen felt that Meghan was somebody to be suspicious of. She was somebody that she could not be trusted. Okay. 1 second here. And I'm gonna just give you some more. So she was concerned about Meghan's influence on Harry, and she perceived uh, Prince Harry in her perceived desire to reshape the royal life. That's something that we know that she tried to do. She tried to make it seem like she was there to help, hit the ground running, but the late Queen saw into it. And here's a couple of things that is also talked about. The Queen grew very wary of Meghan's intentions and felt she didn't fully grasp or respect the traditions and expectations of the monarchy. That's it right there. She didn't respect it. She couldn't respect the traditions. She couldn't respect what was expected of her. Like, she didn't care that people expected these things of her. She wanted to do what she wanted to do. And this is why Harry is in the rut that he is in right now, because he didn't listen to the people that knew better. He didn't listen to his brother. And I can imagine that the Queen said something to her knucklehead grandson. Oh, yes, I'm pretty sure she did. Okay? Because they had a good relationship, they had a close relationship. And I think the Queen may have said it in a way that wasn't as harsh, perhaps, as William said it, because we know William and Harry fell out when William tried to say, hey, hold up, wait a minute. Don't, what you doing, Harry? You better slow down, Harry. But I can imagine the late Queen was very, are you sure, Harry? Are you sure? Are you sure? In her well polite, high English way of saying it, she said probably some things that gave him pause to question. And that comes from a place of love. Okay. Harry has perceived it as a place of hate, and you don't like me. You don't like her. No, we are looking out for you and what could happen. Now, we have to also say the good things, okay? We don't want to just say the queen immediately thought Meghan was no good. I mean, initially, she was impressed by Meghan's intelligence and her ease in public appearances. She did navigate being in public a little bit better than most. But here's the thing, and I find this so funny because in the beginning, when Meghan was going out and she was doing these engagements, you just kind of thought, okay, she's doing the run, she's doing it. But then if you go back and you watch it now, and we know what we know now, and we watch what she's done, like you can see it. You can see how much she hates it. I may have to do a video on that because it is so it's like blatant right in your face when you look at it. hmm Meghan knew she wasn't going to do well or didn't want to do these things, and you could see it on her face. Now, the queen reportedly became worried about Meghan's perceived bossiness and her influence over Harry, because we all remember when Harry said, "What Meghan wants, Meghan gets," and the queen was like, "Hold up, wait a minute, I'm the queen." And what I say goes, Harry. The queen was like, red flags, emergency, emergency. What? What Meghan wants, Meghan gets, hold up. Stop the horses. I'm the queen. So that was a sign for the late queen, okay? Yes, absolutely. I believe that. Perceived agenda. So there were concerns that Meghan was strategically maneuvering her relationship with Harry. And you all know, like I do on my channel, like when she conniving, she's plotting and planning. You know, she's strategic. This girl is doing it with intention, like focused. That's where her head is when it comes to all these shenanigans that she has done. That's how she does it. Okay. And we have to understand that that's the kind of woman she is. We've heard Megyn Kelly say it, that she had a vision board for this whole Harry relationship. Meghan's disregard for the traditions. The late queen reportedly felt that Meghan was not willing to adapt to royal life, but rather wanted to reshape it, which caused a rift. Okay. You're not coming into the monarchy and changing anything. If anything's going to get changed, it's going to be because the queen, like queen, will allow it to happen. But that shows you the bossiness of Meghan. And that bossiness is what she wanted to continue to do. And she wasn't allowed to do it within the royal circles. That's why she wanted to get her butt up out of there, because she wanted to call the shots. And that old stupid Harry left with her on his freedom flight. And now he's feeling the pain of his choice to leave. Okay. That's the reality. That is the reality. Hello, Miss Paula M. Amazing Live, Miss P. Dinah. Thank you so much, Paula M. Thank you. Thank you. So we can see that the late queen knew a thing or two. And I think if anybody wants to learn anything, learn from somebody who has lived a life of service and that knows human behavior more than any people. I mean, think about all the people she's met. Think about the people that she has been able to socialize with. She would know this human behavior. Now, public and the private view of the late queen. While the queen initially presented a public face of acceptance, right? Reports suggest that she privately expressed concerns and even negative sentiments towards Meghan. Now, let me just say something. Let me just say something here. If you are the queen and you've met people from all over the world, like you're the queen, your face is on the money. And if you are having concerns about somebody, you must be a pretty not such a great type of a person if the late queen had these thoughts about you. If she has formed these opinions about you? Because usually people who meet the queen are on their best behavior. So, what does that tell you, people? It tells you that this woman acted like a fool in front of the late queen. She acted like a no good for nothing kind of a woman in front of the late queen. She was not on her best behavior. So if you can't behave well and show manners and show respect and just be a good guest in the home behind the royal walls, if you can't be that kind of person, you must not be a very good person overall. Because I cannot imagine people going to Buckingham Palace, being invited to dinners and watching the royals, senior royals in their private moments. If you can, in those moments, be a person that upholds, like values and just being respectful and doing the right thing during those moments, you got problems, like serious problems, if you allow the queen to see your skanky behavior. And that's what she had to have done for the queen to forge these opinions. The queen saw some not so good things. The queen saw this woman at her worst. So if you can drop face, if you can, not uphold, being respectable, like pull your drawers up kind of a person, kind of straighten up your pants. If you can't just kind of put on a good, be respectful, like for the queen, who are you respectful towards? Who is the person that you kind of shape it up? Who do you do that for then? If you can't do it for the queen of a country, it tells me you can't do it for nobody, and you don't do it for anybody. Because this girl was not even in that household for not even 2 years. I could see if she dropped face after maybe 5 years, like her true nature came out. But you was real quick with letting your face slide. If you did it in that short amount of time and the queen had formed these types of opinions about you in such a short amount of time, there is some insight to the kind of person we're talking about. And this is why I say what is going on with Harry, what's happening with Harry right now. Don't get me started on what's going on with Harry. Harry is in some serious trouble, folks. He is isolated with that person that did that to the late queen. Let that sink in for a second. Let that really sink in to what I'm saying right now. You can't even show basic decency for the late queen. Then you are somebody that doesn't respect authority. You don't respect others' opinion. You don't even respect other people enough to do right by them. That is somebody that will take you down if you don't know how to deal with that kind of a woman. And I'm going to tell you right now, Harry does not know how to deal with that kind of a woman. He was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. He has no life skills. He doesn't understand the complexities of this woman. He has believed her enough to just throw his own life away. Okay? That's dangerous. That's dangerous. Okay? So I'm just telling you right now, people. It's really serious for Harry right now. Very serious for him. And I'll keep saying it. It is what it is. So for fun, thank you so much for your super sticker. For fun is saying, I always enjoy your take on things, P. Dinah. Keep on and thanks. Thank you. Thank you. And I think that's the moment of truth that everybody should really come to when they think about Meghan and Harry together. When you really think about how it is going for them right now, think about what the late queen has said about Meghan to understand what Harry is really dealing with. Okay, because I think that puts it into perspective. I think that that gives you the insight you need to understand. Yeah, like what like what what they said in that movie Ghost, like, girl, you in danger, girl, you in danger. Oh yeah. You in danger. And I say it in the way that's a little fun, but I'm being very serious right now. I'm being very serious. He is in danger. Okay, so let's uh so thank you. So I'm going to talk to you all about my news. I said I was going to talk to you about my news at the end of this live. Um let's see here. I just want to look at some of your comments. Thank you so much for your videos, and thank you so much for all of your support. Uh, it's always for me. My intention is always was very intentional from the very beginning of starting my channel. I'm not here to just rag on Meghan, but I think she can cause. I think when you see what she has done on the world stage, it gives cause for concern. It's like a lot more meaningful for me, because it's what I do in my work with young people. And I think if you put more focus into how to deal in society, if we were concerned about how we behave in public, if we were more concerned about teaching young people about these important skills, these important social skills, we wouldn't have nearly half the problems we have in this world today. We certainly wouldn't have the vulgarity of this music and this over sexualization of young people. We certainly wouldn't have all of that. I mean, just look at other countries and what they're doing and the high importance they put on education. One of the stories that I talk about in my book, you all know I wrote a book called Turn to Global. I talk about my life in China and how in China the importance that they put on education. Like for me personally, like I never grew up in a home where education was important, and there's no fault to my parents. It was just, we working, go to school, get out my hair, go to school, girl. It was just like you just go to school, just go, okay, do what you do at that school, you know. But it's a lot different now for my mother, especially because I have an adopted brother. Some of you may or may not know that, and he is autistic. And my mother is fabulous with him because she's older now. And I think she's seen how, because she has more time, she's able to give him that upbringing as an adopted child that she couldn't give myself or my sister. So it's a different kind of upbringing for him, thank goodness. But for me, it was just education was just it was just something on the side, just something to do. But when I saw how education in China, how important it was to these families, where the whole generation, like the whole family, they like work together to put a child through school to go get that. I mean, like I couldn't believe it. It's like my eye, like I say all the time, like I came back with new eyeballs. Like, oh my God, my eyeballs are different now. I don't see America like I used to. This is like then I'm looking at myself like, oh my goodness, what that was my life. After I saw the things that I saw, like it was just completely different for me. But I think if we had more education, especially within, the Black community, especially, I think, and stop putting all this focus on, you know, like the influences of rap and a lot with this music is really degraded our society. And I think just got to do better raising children, young people. Just got to do better. Um, but with that said, I am going to talk to you about my news now. So, as some of you already know, my members know, I'm actually going to be at Lady C's ball. I'm going to be at the ball, and looking forward to it. And I can't wait to go. I'm so excited to go. This is my third year in a row going to the ball. And I'm going to have, yes, I'm going to be going with my special people. and you'll have to wait and see who they are. Can't tell you everything, but yes, I'm going to be going, and I'm excited, and I think, yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. So, with that, I will answer a couple of questions and see if there's anything that I can answer. Wow, people from Denmark and Minnesota. Oh, thank Babsy Babe for being here. This is your first time. Hello, beautiful from Belfast, Northern Ireland. My son actually lived in Ireland for a little bit. Otis needs to go to the ball too. You can get him a little puggy tux. I would love to take Otis, but I don't think I would travel well with Otis. I would be a nervous wreck. Let me just tell you, when I first got Otis, let me just tell you how it was for me when I first got Otis, because you all know. Thank you so much, Lizzie B, for your 5 gifted memberships. Yeah, whoop, whoop. Thank you, girlfriend. When I first got Otis, I never said this story before, but maybe I did. I can't remember. But as you all know or may not know, uh, I did not want a dog. I was a little upset, but it made my daughter happier. I was like, okay, we're gonna try this thing with a dog. And when I first would try to hold the dog or like kind of try to pet it just to be nice, I had to wear gloves. I'm sorry, but I didn't know better, folks. I didn't know better. It was foreign. That you understand? It was a foreign thing to me to have an animal in the house. But I remember thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to be at night asleep in the house, and there's going to be an animal roaming in my home. Oh my gosh, how am I going to survive? Now it's like I'm sitting there falling asleep next to the dog, okay? I just had such a naive way of looking at Otis. And don't let me get started on when I would go out and have to clean up after the dog, okay? Because that was a whole get up. That was a whole hazmat suit. I'm not like that anymore. But the way I thought about it, I was like, okay, I don't want nothing to do with that dog. Y'all better take that dog out. I'm not taking that dog out. And things have changed. It's changed. And now it's me always taking the dog out, and the dog is with me all the time. Forced me to like that dog. Now I love the dog, pick him up all the time, even kiss on the dog. It's just crazy how it went from where it started. Okay, so it's just, and even my family still, when they see me with Otis, they're just like, oh my gosh, you really like that dog. Mm. And I'm gonna leave you all with this, because I hear Meghan saying this a lot. And I don't know if you all caught on to it. And I've heard her say it a couple of times. And I thought, yeah, that means something. Her saying that means something. Trust me. Oh, hold on. Did I not get all of these? Hold on 1 second. Deb. Thank you, Deb Boohair, for your super sticker of $4.90. Thank you. Thank you so much, girlfriend. I am so grateful. Ziggy Lee is asking, Meghan is actually the new in danger. Looks are deceiving. Harry had a plan, and so does the Oh, okay, Miss Ziggy Lee, a chick with a crown is telling us some information that she's saying. So the plan is the plan is flipped. Is that what you're saying, Ziggy? I hope you're right. I hope the royal family has a plan. I mean, I think when we look at what the late queen has said, perhaps she put a plan down. Maybe she wrote a plan, like this is going to be the plan when I'm gone, y'all, what to do with that woman, because she knew what was happening with Meghan. So I hope you're right, Ziggy. Thank you so much for your super sticker. I don't know. I see maybe Meghan is the one in danger. Maybe she is the one in danger. I don't know. But I'm going to tell you what I do know. What she has been saying in a couple of her interviews. If you go back and watch some of her interviews that she has done, one of the things that she has said that has been consistent is did I take this off? Hold on. Yeah. As she has said, life is full of surprises. She's made references to, things can change. Things are full of just, you know, changing all the time. You just never know. She's had this attitude. And I think behind that, subconsciously, she knows that this is going to be a short road lived for her with Harry. Okay, go back and watch some of her videos, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Because that doesn't sound like her. She's the one who plots and plans. She's planning, but now she seems a little bit more laxed about it. Like, oh, you never know. Life can, is always changing. Life always brings surprises. These are like the words that she is saying that I think mean something subconsciously, because she knows already that she's checked out, because she wants that life of Lauren Sanchez. She wants that life with the billionaire. She wants the A-lister lifestyle. That's what's important to her. And now that people have not really taken her as an A-lister with the royal, she's going to get it a different way with a different kind of a man. Because that is what is important. That is what brings value, is her status. Not really the man. See, Harry is supposed to bring her that status, to open up those doors to get to where she wants to be. But he hasn't been able to do it. And she sees her star fleeting. A-listers are running from her. They don't want nothing to do with her. So she is putting value on her status. And Harry has failed at giving her the status that she wants, that she craves, that she finds value in. And so that is what's going to get her, I believe, to be with someone that can give that to her. When something better comes along, it's going to be a new day, folks, a new day. But maybe what Ziggy is saying is true. Maybe the royal family's got something planned for Meghan. Maybe she's the one that needs to be seriously looking out for her well-being. I don't know, but that's how I see it. It could be very dangerous for Meghan. We do know that. I think dealing with the royal family that has as much power and influence as they have, who knows? Who knows? But at the same time, she is not going to stop till she gets what she wants. Mm-hmm. All right, everybody. Well, that's all I have for this live. Thank you so much. And if you're going to be at the ball with Lady C, I will see you there. I will see you all there. Okay. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. And I'll see you next week in my next week's live. I will be still doing my lives. Okay. This ball is a really quick thing, and then I'll be doing my live. So all right, everybody. Thank you so much for all the super stickers, the super chats. I really appreciate it. And for all of your donations and support for my charity will, oh, wait a minute, for fun. Oh, wait a minute. I have another one that I didn't show. Always enjoy your take on things be done, and keep on, and thanks for fun. Thank you so much. Thank you again, Paula M., Chella McGuire, Deb Buher, and Ziggy Lee, and of course, Lizzie B. Whoop, whoop. Lizzie B., a moderator. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you. And my members will be getting an update on my time at the ball. Okay, I'll be posting that soon as well. All right, have a great one, everybody. Bye.